Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Thanks so much for clicking on another video. Today I'm going to do my February 2023 monthly budget. I changed the little backgrounds on my Word spreadsheet here to some little candy hearts for February and added a little purple because that's my favorite color. To give it a change from the January one that I had created. And I did add in my solar panels here, so I don't have to worry about putting that over here in my miscellaneous expenses this month. If you're new here, a little bit about me and my family. We are a family of 5. It's me and my husband and our 3 boys, ages 3, 7, and 8. We also have 2 Rottweiler puppies. We live in Central Florida, and we're a dual income household. My husband and I both work full time. He is paid weekly and I am paid bi-weekly. We are on a journey to pay off about $77,000 worth of credit card debt. So if you enjoy budgeting, debt payoffs, grocery hauls, then please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so like I said, this is going to be our monthly budget for February. The only sources of income I'm expecting are my husband's paycheck and my paycheck. So I'm just going to put B pay and S pay. My husband gets paid $5,200 usually in the month. He usually brings in about $1,300 a week. So that's what I'm counting on. And I'm planning on getting $3,200 this month. I usually bring in about $1,600 every 2 weeks. So for our total income, that's going to be $8,400. So our first expense here is our mortgage. We pay $1,752.36. Our tithe is $150. FPL, you guys know, if you saw my last budget video, or my last monthly budget, I guess, we got solar panels, and for January we only owed $25.66, which is like the minimum you can pay or owe to FPL. So we hadn't even had our solar panels turned on yet, so I was surprised our bill was so low. So for February, I was expecting us to have a low bill because our panels did get turned on about the 3rd of January. But we ended up owing them $142.53. So this was a blow to our budget this month because I was hoping that we would only have to pay that $25. This and another miscellaneous expense that we had this month are causing us to not be able to plan for a debt snowball payment this month, which is a real bummer. We will be able to cover all of our expenses, but unfortunately we probably won't be able to put anything extra to debt. It is what it is. Our internet bill is $72.14. My husband's cell phone bill is $108. I have Mint Mobile and it's paid up until June. I did finally get my new SIM card. For those of you who have been following my Mint Mobile saga, I did finally get my new SIM card. It is working. My service is working fine now. Happy to finally be having consistent, good service. So our Netflix is $16.79. Instant ink, we're gonna go with $2. For cloud storage, it is $6.99. Next Gen is $20. We watched the UFC fights on this. I don't know if any of you guys watch UFC. or if your spouse watches UFC. We saw a commercial this past Saturday for, we were watching the UFC fight this past Saturday, and there was a commercial for ESPN Plus, for you to buy the ESPN Plus plus the fight. It was like over $100. I was like, that is ridiculous. Like, we're able to watch every UFC fight with this next gen program that we have without having to pay for pay-per-view, without having to pay for ESPN Plus. So if you are someone who likes to watch the fights and who purchases the fights, you should look into this next gen service, if nothing else, just for that, because it'll save you a lot of money. For daycare, we're budgeting $560. We do pay $140 a week. 4 weeks in February is $560. Our life insurance is $79.33. My van payment is $355. My husband's truck payment is $576. One of our Chase credit cards is $104. One is $115. And this is going to be the one we have that has the lowest balance, that we're paying $112. Normally we only pay $82 for the minimum payment, but our ViStar cards have gone down. The minimum payment that's required for these have gone down significantly, so we're taking the difference and putting it here to this Chase card. So it's $30. So I guess you could consider that a tiny snowball payment, but instead of just like losing the money in the budget somewhere else, I made sure that if we're lowering the payment on these two, that it's going to our smallest debt. So our joint card gets $645. It used to get $660, so we're moving $15 from that to here. And then our other ViStar card used to get $300, and now it's getting $282, so we moved that from here to this Chase card too. Our solar panels are $160.66. And that is all for our fixed expenses. For our sinking funds, due to a couple of unforeseen bills, we're only going to put $10 in each one of these, except for Christmas. Christmas is getting $125. Have to put in $125 so we can make sure we have what we want by the end of the year for our Christmas fund, which is $1,500. Okay, our cash envelopes for groceries, we're gonna do $1,000. For my husband's personal money, it's gonna be $150. Cars is $800, and this is for gas, oil changes, registrations, like whatever we need for the month for our cars is $800. Household is $50. Our consumables, like all of our food and our consumables like laundry detergent, shampoo, toilet paper, all of that comes out of our grocery budget. Household is more like non-consumables, if we need like a can opener or a garbage can or something like that. That's what comes out of our household budget. Pets is getting $2.90 and 20 cents. It's a weird number because I had to finagle this to make it work, so I took it from pets. Kids is getting $75 because of Valentine's Day, and my son, my 3rd grader, has a wax museum project that we have to do with like a trifold board, and he's gonna need a little costume. He's going to be Michael Jordan in the wax museum, so he has to do a project on Michael Jordan. So between that and Valentine's Day, we will probably use up this whole $75. Medical is going to get $100 for my son's prescriptions and a prescription that I'm going to get refilled. Eat out is going to get $250, and unbudgeted is going to get nothing. The only miscellaneous expense we have is my husband's Discover card. We made a purchase on this card before we transferred, like if you saw my last video, my debt update, we had like a $15,000 balance on this ViStar card, and that was the result of like 2 purchases. We had some like land clearing done on our property, and we ordered a piece of equipment for our property. We have 2 acres, so it's not like a huge piece of equipment, like a small skid steer. So when it came, it was missing one of the components that my husband ordered. So we had a credit on this Discover card of about $400. So my husband needed a like a jack, a farm jack. The tracks on the skid steer ended up coming off on one side, so he had to go get a farm jack from Tractor Supply. So he bought that and put that on this card to like absorb the credit we had. And he also went and got some orthopedic inserts for his feet, like for his shoes, because he has terrible feet. He is a manager in a retail store, so he's walking all day, hustling and bustling. He's on his feet for 10 to 12 hours a day. So he went to the Good Feet store in Jacksonville and got some inserts for his shoes. So the difference between those 2 purchases and what the credit on this Discover card was $250. So this month we have to pay this $250 off for Discover so we can get it back to a 0 balance. That is it, I think. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add all of this up real quick. Let's go sinking funds first, small. All right, 175, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yes, 175 for sinking funds. Miscellaneous expenses is 250. Our cashless envelopes is $2,715.20. $2,715.20. And then our fixed expenses are $5,259.80. Wowzers. $5,259.80. All right, so I'm going to take our income and subtract all of these amounts and make sure it equals a 0-based budget. And it does. Remaining is 0. So I'm a little bummed about the debt snowball, but I'm glad we're gonna have the money we need to cover the expenses that we have. The most important thing is that we don't accrue any more debt, because even making our minimum payments, you know, the balances are going down. So even more important than making additional payments is not accruing any more debt. So that is going to be it for this monthly budget with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't. And I will catch you in my next one. Bye.